Hi there. So we are doing discussion three on Evelyn Keller's article, Spirit and Reason at the Birth of Modern Science. So my first couple questions to start off the discussion have to do just with the piece as a whole. So first is, did you find that Keller made the argument that she suggested in her introduction, which was that you cannot properly understand the development of science without acknowledging the role played by gender? So the first question is, do you feel like the piece as a whole made that statement? Second, do you feel like there was a bias within the article, both with the hermetic and the mechanical views that were discussed to help make her point? That has to do as well with the individuals that she discussed. I'll just give a quick example. Francis Bacon was discussed quite a few times throughout the article. And one thing that I found was interesting was it seemed like it was made out that his views were less to do with science, more to do with dominance of nature. That seemed to be the strong point. But the truth is, Francis Bacon is highly known for our current scientific method. He completely revolutionized the way we do science as far as the procedures and investigation. And so I was surprised at his description in the article. And so I was just wondering if anyone else noticed that kind of stuff, or other figures that maybe they felt were not represented correctly, or do you feel like everyone was represented correctly and this was just a small part of them? I don't know. Also, do you feel like the time period itself was downplayed when it came to the views? So, there was a lot of discussion on how the hermetic views, were kind of yin and yang. I mean, those words weren't used, but, the sun and the moon. There was a harmony that was talked a lot about versus the mechanical that basically completely rejected any harmony. It almost felt like, aside from a one-sentence blurb, that the Hermetic was more respectful of women in general. Do you feel like maybe she downplayed the fact that at the time, even the Hermetic scientists or the alchemists had no respect for women as far as individuals? They respected things like their ability to give birth, because it's an amazing thing that women are able to do. But Pericles said, and I have to find it now. Oh, he said, "How can one be an enemy of women?" Which sounds great, but then he ended it with, "However loathsome they may be." Right off the bat, I mean, women are loathsome. And I feel like that element was really underplayed. So do you feel like time period wise maybe had more of a effect on the scientists culturally than maybe their actual scientific views? Let's see. Also, adding on to that, based on the reading, sorry, I wrote the question down, but then I can't read my own handwriting. Oh, do you feel like the rise in mechanical popularity plays a role in modern culture in terms of feminism as a whole? And also, do you feel like, this is the last question for this little group, do you feel like the scientific transition from religion to what now is more rooted in fact, and we're pretty separated from religion when you think of modern science, do you feel like that transition was a normal transition? So, sorry this was a little all over the place, but let me know your thoughts. Thank you.